Hello and welcome back to Music143, History of Rock. I hope you all had a wonderful first week of classes. I just wanted to give you a brief overview on the content of your reading for this week and also talk a little bit about the two assignments you'll be turning in. So this will be your first paper assignment and your second discussion forum post. So last week you were essentially introduced to a primer of overarching concepts of sound. And this primer was given to you in the form of three broader categories. So sound elements such as pitch and timbre, temporal elements such as rhythm, and organizational elements such as melody and harmony. This week you're going to be getting a primer of overarching concepts of technology and business. And so when we talk about technology with respect to music, this can be anything from the tools used in recordings, the way we record, methods behind recording, and the way those recordings are transmitted to an audience. This can be anything from vinyl, cassette CDs, CDs, etc. And when we talk about business, you'll see that the reading is introducing you to a group of people that are essentially behind the artist. So the group of people invested in the rock industry, the money-making branch of the rock industry. And so the first assignment that you're going to be turning in will be your discussion forum post, and you'll see there are two prompts that you can choose from. The first of these is, I would say, a little bit more tedious. It is answering the question of what is the musical work. So just to kind of give you some ideas to think about here, let's say I compose a song and I accompany the song with myself on guitar and post the song to YouTube. And let's say Tyler hears the song and he likes it, he wants to learn it, but he posts a video of himself and his friends playing the ocarina instead of a guitar. And now let's say Samantha hears the song and she likes it too, she wants to learn the song, but she brings in a rock fusion band, she adds longer sections of instrumental interludes, instrumental prelude, outro, and so on and so forth. Maybe she cuts some of the verses, she repeats certain phrases or certain words. And so to pull out of this, the question that arises is, where is the work? Where is the piece? And so you could make an argument that, the piece is only what I had done. I wrote the piece, I wrote the lyrics, and so on and so forth. But certainly in this hypothetical situation, Tyler and Samantha both added very distinct and individualized compositional elements of their own. And so the question remains, what is the piece? Is there one piece there? Or are all of those the piece? So it's a question that you can wrestle with. The other question is, what kind of role does technology play in the listening experience and so forth? And what is your personal opinion on the role of technology in music? And so you can choose either one of those. I see that some of you have already responded to the technology issue. I hope some of you will go for both. And then the other assignment that you'll be turning in is your first paper. And so this is creating a listening guide for a song of your choice. You'll see that there's an example given on Sakai for Blister in the Sun. And so rather than using references such as bars or measures, I know some of you have a fairly extensive music background, all I'm looking for here are timestamps on the recording. And so for example, you could say, for 0.00 to 0.04 I heard, solo guitar intro, and then from 0.05 to 0.3 this was verse 1, and then you could subdivide those larger sections based on what's going on with the instrumentation, what's going on with other elements such as the rhythm, maybe if you can pick out the difference between the modes, if something switches to a major mode whereas the song was previously in a minor mode, anything that you can pick out, and the more that you can bring in from the first week's reading, the better here. And so I think I'll close with that. But again, if you have any questions, you can always email me. I have one person that sent me a paper also. I'm happy to look at something if you're concerned about whether or not you're doing what's expected of you. I'm always happy to look at something in advance. So otherwise, have a wonderful week. Enjoy the readings, enjoy the post and the post forum. And I will not see you again, but you will perhaps see me. Cheers.